Hello everyone, this is Vishakha and today we will be discussing about the object, properties of object, methods of object and different objects in ASP. So if we talk about the real world, what do you mean by an object? An object could be anything that we look at, we pick up, we use every day like chairs, telephones and computer. For example, if we take an example of an object known as telephone, then what can be the properties of an object? Object properties could be object here is telephone. So the properties could be color, material, weight, telephone number, whether it is connected or not. So these are the properties of object which we taken here as telephone. Method could be placing the call, answering the call, hang up the call or disconnect the call. But in ASP, what do you mean by an object? Object are way of encapsulating multiple methods and variable in one easy to manage variable, and that variable is known as object. Objects are basically used to decrease the complexity of the programming. They were created to combat the increasing complexity of programming, because the complexity of programming was increasing, so we developed a new concept known as object. They are the collection of related things that are combined into the programming. So related things are combined into an object, and object is collection of related things. You can create and destroy whenever you want to do. If we look at this example, what we have done, we have created the dimension for an object which is dim my object. Set my object equal to server dot create object cdo dot message. In this line, what do you mean by set? Set keyword is used here to create the object, and server dot create object. When we create an object, it is created by passing a name string to the server dot create object function. So server dot create object here is a function, and we have passed here a string which is cdo dot message. CDO is collaboration data object, which is a Microsoft technology that is designed to simplify the creation of messaging application. Why we have used it, we will discuss in the next example. And then we have set my object equal to nothing. So equal to nothing, why we have used it here? It is used to free up the computer memory that was initially allocated to the object. So now the object doesn't have any memory. In the If I talk about the properties of an object, so what could be the properties of an object in programming? Now we are talking about the programming, which is classic ASP. The format for setting an object property is nearly identical to setting a variable equal to a value. Suppose we were talking about the phones, or suppose we are talking about emails. So what can be the object? Object is email, or maybe any object which you have created. Dot property of that object, it means the property of email, and then assigning some value to that property. Like in the next example, you can see we have created an object dim my object. Set my object equal to server dot create object. It means we have created an object my object dot to. So now there are two properties which are used here. First is to property and second is from property, and there are two values which we are assigning here. My object dot to, my object is the name of object, dot to is, here 2 is the property, and www.abc.com is the value. Same, my object dot from is the property, and www.xyz.com is the value which we are assigning to the property. And in the next line, which is set my object equal to nothing, it means it is used to free the computer memory allocated initially to it. Each property of object describe a particular aspect of the object, and the property is described as name value pair. It means that for every named property there is single unique value. So here the property was 2 and the value was www.abc.com. Programming, what do you mean by a method? A method is defined as an action that an object can take. The code in a method is executed when the method is called, and the calling is done by command which you write in the script of your ASP page. So what you have to do, you have to pass a command which is written in the script of the ASP page, and then the method is executed. But when method is executed, when the method is being called. In this example, what you can see, as I told in the previous examples as well, it is exactly same as we were discussing about the previous example, but now we are using four properties and four values. The first property is to, second is from, third is subject, and the fourth is text body. So the four values are www.abc.com, www.xyz.com, hi, and ASP lecture. So what is the method here? The method here used is my object dot send, in which send is the method. My object is the name of the object which we have created. We have create message object and then set the necessary property and send with the help of send method. So I'm repeating, we have created an object, four values are there, four properties are there, and then we are sending it with the help of method which is known as send method. So send here is the method. Next, we will discuss about synchronous versus asynchronous. So what do you mean by synchronous? If the first action must be completed before the second one begins, then these two actions will be known as synchronous actions. And vice versa, if the second action had begin at any point of time, no matter what is the status of the first action, then these two actions will be known as asynchronous. For example, to detect an incoming call, suppose you are waiting for a call, and to detect an incoming call, you would need to constantly check the value of some property to see whether an incoming call was waiting. And while you are performing these frequent regular checks, you won't be unable to perform other tasks dependent on the outcome of that task. So this is asynchronous, that you are keep checking your phone whether the call is coming or not. So this is an example of synchronous. Now the next topic is encapsulation. Encapsulation is concept of a user of an object not being concerned with the inner working of the object is known as encapsulation. We were discussing the example of telephones. So how we can connect encapsulation with that? Suppose you are using a telephone to answer an incoming call or maybe disconnecting the call, but what you do is you are receiving a call and you are just picking up the handset, but you're not aware about the internal insides of the telephone, that how it is working, how the call is coming, how you're disconnecting, how many towers are there, how many transistors are being used in your telephone. So you don't need to know how the transistor are connected to each other inside the telephone. This is equivalent of executing the answer method, that you don't need to know what is going on underneath. That is all encapsulated within the answer method, and this is known as encapsulation, that you don't need to worry about the inner working of the object. You just have to pick up the call, answer it, and then after the conversation you have to disconnect the call. In ASP, there are different type of objects which we will study. So the first here is ASP response object. This object is used to send the output to the user from the server. Basically, it is an object which is used to communicate between the server and the output which is sent to the client. Here in this example, what we are doing, we are creating a script. HTML is being used, body tag opens, then script will be processing. Response.write is hello. So response.write, it means it will be this is a communication between the server, and the output will be sent to client from the server side. So in ASP we have different collection properties and methods. So first in the collection is cookies. It is used to set a cookie value. If the cookie does not exist, it will be created and take the value that is specified. But what if the case if a cookie is already existing? In that case, the new value you set override the old value already written to the client machine. So here are two possibilities. First is that there is no cookie which does exist, in that case the cookie will be created and it will take the value that will be specified. And if a cookie is already existing, then the new value you set will override the old value which is already written to the client machine. So now we will be discussing about the properties. The first property is buffer. It is used to specify whether to buffer the page output or not. There are two possibilities in buffer. First is this property is set to true, and second is this property is set to false. This property determines whether to buffer the page output or not. If it is set to true, in that case, then the output from the page is not sent to the client. Remember this, the output from the page is not sent to the client until the script on that page has been processed. आउटपुट तब तक नहीं भेजा जाएगा क्लाइंट के पास जब तक कि पूरी स्क्रिप्ट कंप्लीट ना हो जाए, if the property is set to true, and the vice versa is the case of false. The second property is cache control. Cache control is used to set whether a proxy server can cache the output generated by ASP or not. If the page content is too large and you don't change it often, you might want to allow the proxy server to cache the page. If you have a page which is quite large and the page content is fixed and it doesn't change often, then you can allow the proxy servers to cache the page. But opposite, if the page is rapidly changing, changes are there, then you need to make it private so that proxy server doesn't cache the page. So this property has two values, public and private. If the property is public, then it will allow the proxy servers to cache the page. If it is private, then proxy servers will not be able to cache the page. Third is expires. It is used to set how long a page will be cached on a browser before it expires. The expire properties specify the length of time that the client machine will cache the current page. If the user return to the page before it expires, the cached version of that page will be displayed. Fourth is content type. It is used to set the HTTP content type for the response. Basically, it is used to specify the HTTP content. By default, this is text by HTML. It could be text by plain, it could be JPEG, it could be image by PNG. So there are different values of it, but the default is text.html. The next is expires absolute. Now you must be thinking that we have already studied expires. So what is expire absolute? In expires, we were not specifying the date and time when we want the page to be expired. But with the help of this property, we can set a date and time when a page cached on a browser will be expired. So we can specify date and time here. This is the only difference between the expire and expire absolute. Next is client connected? This is used to indicate if the client has disconnected from the server or not. यानी कि client अभी भी connected है server के साथ या फिर client already disconnect हो चुका है. Next is PICS property. So what do you mean by PICS? PICS is a platform for internet content selection. Basically, this is a rating system which is used to rate the content in a web, and there are different parameters like aggressive content, like language, violence. So there are different parameters. Based on that, rating system is used to rate the content on the web. Next is status, which specify the value of the status line returned by the server. For example, whenever you are trying to search anything on internet, on the Google, you type something and then that page doesn't show you that page, or maybe the internet connection is weak. So what happens in that case? In that case, it shows you an error like error 404, page not found. So this is a kind of status. It specifies the value of status line returned by the server. So in that case, what is returned by server? Error 404. Next is char set, which append the name of a character set to the content type header in the response object. What does it mean? By default, the value is ISO Latin 1. It means this property will accept any string, any kind of string, regardless of whether it is a valid character set or not. Basically, char set क्या है? Append means adding the name of a character set. Header में एक नेम ऐड करना एंड में रिस्पॉन्स ऑब्जेक्ट में, यानी कि रिस्पॉन्स ऑब्जेक्ट का जो भी हेडर है उसमें एक नेम ऐड कर सकते हो आप with the help of this property. Now there are different methods in ASP response object. The first is adding the header. It is used to add a new HTTP header and a value to HTTP response. Second is append to log. So method this do, it add a string to the end of server log entry. You can call this method multiple times in a script, and each time it is called, it will add the specified string to the log entry which is with the server. Next is binary write. Binary write is used to write the data directly to the output without any character conversion. Basically, this method is used to write the image data from a database to a browser. Database जो भी होता है उससे image data browser के पास लाके देता है ASP binary write method. Next is clear. It is used to clear the buffered HTML output. Next is end property. It stop processing the script and return the current result. यानी कि जो भी प्रोसेसिंग हो रही होती है स्क्रिप्ट में ये उसको स्टॉप करती है और रिटर्न कर देती है करंट रिजल्ट को. फ्लश, बफर्ड HTML आउटपुट इमीडिएटली सेंड करना ब्राउजर के पास इज डन विद द हेल्प ऑफ फ्लश. रीडायरेक्ट. रीडायरेक्ट मीन्स गोइंग टू अ डिफरेंट URL. Write property, it is used to write a specified string to the output. अगर आपको कोई भी specified string add करनी है output में, then you can do it with the help of write method. That's all for today. Thank you.